Oh, goody.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again. And today, back with another episode of Weekend Wild. This is going to be Weekend Wild number 5, featuring some Murloc Shaman. This is a deck that I think doesn't get quite enough love in the Wild format, and it's a pretty fun one. If you are into more aggressive style decks, this is a pretty decent one. We do have the classic Mrrrgl Toxaphene combo here to clear any board, and there have just been like a decent number of Murlocs printed over time to the point where we have a nice critical mass of them that are all pretty powerful. And then ice fishing, some just fantastic 2 mana, draw 2, really good. The last card that I think is just absolutely insane in this deck, Underbelly Angler. This combined with some 0 or 1 cost Murlocs just lets you get so much generation, and you can really punish the opponent if they don't have a way of dealing with this on like turn 2 or turn 3. Nothing Can Stop Us is really good at, basically making the kind of tiny Murloc board into a very big Murloc board very quickly. Same thing with Every Fin is Awesome. And then we do have things like Old Murkeye and the Murloc War Leader to give us a bit more of reach damage. So this deck's really fun. I wanted to do something a little thematic here, as we did just get the Murragnaros. Oh, not that one. We did just get the Murragnaros skin this week, and I'm a big Ragnaros fan. I think these Murloc skins are really funny, and I like this one for Rag a lot. So I was like, all right, we're going to play some Shaman. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Should be fun. Haven't tried this deck out in a while, so I'm kind of curious to see how it does against kind of the current Wild format. For the most part, I've been enjoying the current format, so I'm curious to see how this stacks up against it. My initial kind of guesses here, I think it might have a hard time with Aggro Rogue unless we get a really, really good start, because they just have a bit more resources and ways to like draw cards and flip the board. But I do think against slower decks, like maybe Druid, some of the Reno decks running around, I think we have a pretty good shot. So that's kind of what I think this deck's going to do. We'll see how it does in the games in just a minute here. Before we get into the games, though, if you enjoy this type of content, do remember to like and subscribe. Does a ton to help out the channel and keeps the Hearthstone videos coming. So without further ado, let's get into the games. All right, and we have ourselves a game here, trying out the Murloc Shaman. For the first time in a long time, actually. This hand looks pretty decent. I really like the Lushwater Scout. This is good with that. So is the Murmy. And then this can buff them all up. I think this might just be a full keep. We want to be aggressive against Druid generally, I would say. Because we could go 2-drop into 2 Murlocs into buff. Alright, so it is Cthulhu Druid, so they are going to be on the defense here. So I think we do just want to get started. Yeah. We're just going to slam this. Because even if we don't get value from the rush, the extra attack is pretty nice. Yeah, see, they don't have a way to deal with it. So we'll just play 2 Murlocs, and then we're just going to buff them up next turn, and maybe again the turn after, we'll see. We do have an answer in Toxaphene to them doing a big taunt. Oh, they have a Bog Beam, unfortunately. Ooh, interesting. Might be best just to play that now. But it's probably really greedy not to play this on 3. And pushing 8 damage is definitely kind of worth it here. Okay. They kill one of our Murlocs. They Oaken. That's fine though. Because now we can just go Toxaphene and we can play this. We get an Angler, which is pretty good. Next turn we could buff, and then nothing can stop us. Destroy a minion, okay. That's their whole turn, though. So that's kind of fine for us. Ooh, another angler. Kind of makes it tempting just to throw the angler out. I think we do. I wouldn't have done this if I only had one, because normally you want to get like immediate value. But now that I have an extra one, I feel pretty fine doing this. Because now next turn we can kind of pop off. I don't think they should have an easy way to answer that. Giving us some mana. So they can draw some cards, okay. And then Bargoth. We're going to draw some more cards. Bargoth, pretty scary, but we have a lot of damage. We're like 2 off lethal. Oh, and Murrrgl is going to be lethal. We're actually only 1 off lethal, but we'll see what we generate here, but it doesn't really matter. We have the Murrrgl, and that is going to be lethal. GG. Alright, so we have another game. Looks like we're up against a Paladin here. Against Paladin, I'm going to just ship all these cards, because presumably Paladin's going to have a late game with Reno, or they're going to be more aggressive with like Tax or something, usually. I imagine Reno. Reno's the more popular list right now. Murloc Tinyfin is pretty good with Angler. Also helps us dump our hand for Reader. I guess it doesn't really dump our hand though, actually, because this fills our hand. Okay, so I'm inclined to believe that they're not going to have an answer for this, so we're just going to slam it. Because this card can get really out of hand when the opponent can't answer it. They can answer it for some reason. We already got value. We pulled a pretty good Murloc. It's like one of the better ones, I'd say. South Coast Chieftain. Oh, looks like we're getting a little bit of lag here. Okay, so they coined out that call. Okay. And we drew another one of these. That's actually pretty nuts. Oh, and Hearthstone just completely crashes. That's not good. Alright, play this. Get a Murloc. We get a trading. And then we just struck him in the face. So definitely Reno Paladin for sure. Do they finally have an answer? No. It's like they're setting up for one though with Samuro or something next turn. That's okay though. We can continue to get value here. Let's see. Probably just play these since it pushes the most. We'll definitely play Amalgam. We'll definitely take a War Leader. That's pretty good if they don't clear our board for some reason. They definitely should, though. But there's a chance they just don't have it. Alright, nope, they do have Samuro. That's okay, though. Doesn't full clear us. Oh, and another War Leader? That's pretty crazy. Oh, we'll definitely play one of them. And then, do we just have this zap face? I think I like it. I don't want to lead. I don't want him to have a minion. We'll just zap him. Pretty nice start for the Murloc Shaman here. We'll hit him with that Murragnaros emote. Definitely love this skin. This is one of my favorites of the more recent bunch they did. Oh wow, they go for a Naga. That's kind of desperate, right? Like, what shaman spell is getting you out of this? I guess like Maelstrom kind of helps. Oh, they have a giant they top decked. City Tax. What does that do? Oh, that's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one for them. Is it enough though? So we have 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 18 exactly, huh? Well, actually we have a little bit more than 18. But either way, it's enough. So Reno Pally, one of the better Reno decks right now, and Murloc Shaman just absolutely ran over him. All right, a druid. Sir Finley's pretty good for a turn 1 play, as we don't really want the Shaman hero power. Okay, so Cthulhu Druid, so we know it's not aggro. Ooh, Life Tap is good in aggro, turns out. Friendly Mrrrgls. I love this, Murragnaros. So silly, but it's just fantastic. Alright, they just hero power pass. We'll take that. Since we have 2 of these, we're gonna slam it down. If they can't deal with it, this board's gonna get really out of control next turn. I like the little fish swimming around in the Phelan portrait. They did a great job with the new portraits on the battle pass. I really like pretty much all of them. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, that is a perfect top deck if I've ever seen one. So we're going to play the perfect top deck. Do we want to do it on Finley, or do we want to trade and get our rattle? It's probably better to do it on Finley. Keep the death rattle to, like, threaten them trying to sweep the board. This will die anyway, so we just trade it. We want to then just throw down our small stuff. I don't know if this counts, so we'll throw this down first. Oh, wow. Oh, but we can't play this anymore. Shoot. I guess we'll hold that, and we'll test this. Does work. Cool. Oh, and there we go. We get Summon a Murloc hero power. Do we even want that? Screw it. We'll take it. We've already got enough card generation. Oh, that's pretty cool. Mrrrgl. Yeah, this card's just crazy. Because now they don't have a way to clear our board, which they're druid, so they shouldn't. We're just gonna everything is awesome and make them very, very sad. Alright, so +2/+2. What do we want to play? Anything? We lose out on these summons, but who really cares about the summons? Probably just hero power. No reason to actually play a minion here. I mean, I guess we could do it buffing that, but seems pretty nonsensical. So we have a big board of Murlocs. If we top deck another buff, they're pretty done. Poison seeds, okay. Pretty good for them. Death rattles actually mess us up there. And we are board locked, which is annoying. So having the Warlock hero power here would definitely be better. So maybe we should have kept it, but you just know Plague is coming. We can do some pretty gross stuff with Mrrrgl. Oh, okay, that's fine too, actually. Because now I think we just go off with this again. Probably should have done this first. It's okay though. That's a good one. I'm gonna make this harder to kill. Okay, and that will be our turn. Alright, spell cast twice, so they're just going to gain a lot of armor and hope it's enough. Okay, that's the opposite order you want to be doing that, friend. I'm not sure if you realize. Yeah, a little blunder. Whoops. Burning Mrrrgls. That's pretty funny. A blunder. Alright, a rogue. Kind of like this. We keep the Finley on 1, ice fishing on 2. It's not that bad. Voracious Reader is something you usually don't want to be seeing when you have like draw cards, but it could be okay. We'll see. Alright, let's see what's in the box. Ping should be very good against Rogue. It also matches our hero. No turn 1 play is interesting. The vast majority of the time that means they're trying to combo it with Cannon, or they're a weird deck like Pillager. Usually you don't see too much Pillager though. Yeah, here comes the... Nope, the Swordfish, okay. Figured there'd be a Cannon.
Amazing.
Okay, what do we want to do here? We punch them. Play this. We punch them. Seems fine. They didn't get a pirate. Kind of interesting. We very much have the initiative though. Like they need they need some kind of cannon turn to swing this game back, assuming they are regular pirate aggro. Alright, that'll give them a bit of a swing. That's pretty good for them. So that has to go. Kill that, ping this, and then we just chill. This hand's kind of awkward. Drawing a 3-drop was not what we wanted to see when we're holding every fin and reader. Because you gotta assume they have a bunch of minions they've just been sitting on. Right, trading another swordfish. Wow. Okay. They finally get the attack buff, but that's all they're doing for this turn? Yeah, draw some cards. Okay. That makes sense. Tiny Fin. Does Tiny Fin help us at all? Not particularly. I think we ping this, and we just have to throw down the war leader so we can draw next turn. Alright, that's not good. It's very not good. Pretty much need Mrrrgl at this point to flip the board state back. Because they had a slow start, but it really wasn't that bad for them. We didn't have kind of a fast enough one to punish them. Oh, okay. I see you, Mrrrgl. He heard our call. It's actually like a god tier top deck. Like, actually insane top deck. Is it gonna win us the game? I don't know. Because they still have a pretty fat hand. Okay, so they're gonna trade in there. It's pretty good for them. Okay, okay. We might have a chance, to be honest. We draw. That's a pretty good draw. That's a pretty good draw. It's actually pretty nuts. Unfortunately, we're still kind of out of resources. Ooh, Mr. Smite. That's not really what you want to be seeing. Especially when it comes with the free 0 mana 3/3 charger. Yeah, I don't think we're going to come back from that, unfortunately. Let's see what we get. Yeah. A lot of druids on ladder today, it seems. Probably just keep the angler. Sand looks alright. Another Cthulhu druid. I think we save this to use with the angler. Might be greedy. I guess it was a little greedy. We could go off this turn. Yeah, let's just put them on not having it. Because we got some decent Murlocs. Alright, they didn't have it, so that's pretty good. They have a lot of cards, though. Okay, so we play this. Ooh, we could actually do 2 more now instead. It's probably better just to protect our generator. And we start trucking in for the damage. We can get a pretty big Everything is awesome next turn. So funny, this card was such a meme when it came out. It was so bad. Now it actually is like pretty decent and wild. Ooh, that hurts. But we did kind of protect ourselves a bit. Alright, so here we're playing our 1-drop. We're just trying to generate more 1-drops. Because as long as we play 1-drops, we can play this. And I really want to play it. Actually, we can play a 2-drop as well. Yeah, we can do 2-drop. That'll get it down to 2 cost. Oh, and now we can do another 1-drop. That's actually pretty sick. Boom. So, this is looking pretty good. Nice. Got him. Mrrrgl's OP. Alright, mage. So, there are 2 main mage decks going around right now. We'll keep like a curve here, I think. I don't think we keep that as like a curve card, but so it's either mech mage usually or quest mage. I think mech mage is probably the better matchup for us. Alright, we'll play our turn 1 play. Wait. Alright, so Primordial Glyph probably means it is Quest Mage. Weird that they wouldn't. Wildfire? Is it like Reno? Maybe it's Reno. I've seen a little bit of that going around. I'm just gonna try and make like an unkillable Murloc here. Oof. That hurts, for sure. But we do kind of have an answer here, though. We Finley. Lesser Heal's a little tempting. We probably just want Demon Claws. And we can coin this. Look at that. 10-3 Murloc Tidecaller. If they have block into Reno, though, we are going to be a very sad lad.
Anybody?
Pick me!
Magic Trick, okay. That doesn't really do anything for them. Alright, maybe it does. We can still pop them, though, which is what's important. Draw. Draw again. Pop. Punch. You ever play these tiny fins? Probably not. Probably keep them in case we need to like Murrrgl. Or if we can get some value out of them somehow. Okay, so that's lethal. GG.